Hello everybody and welcome. This is our first episode of the Pioneer Sports Preview for our fall sports season. Once again, my name is Greg Buckner and I'm joined by Dane Pavlovsky. And with today we've got the start of the high school football prep season, and now looking at the games we got a lot of good games coming up this week. I think the marquee one everybody wants to talk about, looking at first Reed City versus Baldwin. Nice little non-conference matchup there with a pretty intriguing game between two pretty good playoff teams from the last few years.
Oh yeah, you said it, the game everybody wants to talk about. Baldwin Reed City, it's got that proximity rivalry kind of going on. And it's an interesting game this year. Reed City, everybody knows, 29-game undefeated regular season streak. They had the 9-0 seasons the last 3 years. Baldwin coming in, kind of a different team to start the season with. But Reed City, I don't think it's all guaranteed this year. They don't have Chad Samuels. They lost two big-name linemen on their offensive line. They also lost All-State linebacker Eric Granis. And, Eric Granis, he likes to keep those quarterbacks in check. He wants to keep them, but man, without him on that defense for the Coyotes and Brandon Childress coming back to play, one of the best quarterbacks in the state to watch this season, that's going to be an interesting game, I think. Obviously, Reed City's got the history recently, but I don't think it's going to be as easy and as laid out as everybody thinks with Baldwin coming in.
I'd have to agree. I think this is potentially a game that can really surprise some people. It's going to be a fun game either way, right. But I think in the end, Reed City should be able to use their running game to their advantage. I mean, you got Andre Jones, John Green coming back, solid pieces on that offensive line. But I do, if the Coyotes can't control the ground game, which I don't see happening, but if they can't, and Brandon Childress starts getting to run around and make some plays, it could be a heck of a lot more interesting game than some people might think.
Oh, definitely.
So, going with your pick, what's your pick on this game?
You just said it. The running back, the backfield behind the quarterback coming back. They got a tough offensive line with some young kids. Reed City's got this.
I think I'd have to go with Reed City too, but I think it's going to be a little tighter than most people think. Now, moving on in the CSA, we have Big Rapids kicking off their season against Cadillac. New coach Joe Woodruff came in this year to try to right the ship after they kind of fell down a little bit with some high expectations after the playoff season the year before that. So coming into this first game, what do you think the Cardinals really need to do to kind of get themselves off on a good foot against a tough Cadillac team, which they lost Jalen Brooks from last year, who's going to be at Ferris State this year, but still got a lot of good pieces coming back on that Cadillac team.
Well, I'd say Cadillac went 11-1 last year, and Brooks was obviously a big part of that, but you got some more pieces coming back. But Big Rapids, I was at the scrimmage they had last week. It's going to be key for them to get that backfield going. They got some talented running backs. They got Deshaun Griffin. They got Avery Montgomery. They got some tough kids. Isaac Hughes is a big playmaker on that offense. And if they can really facilitate, get those guys the ball, give them some space, let them make some plays, I think Big Rapids could be in for a big game. And like you said, Joe Woodruff, he's got these kids pumped up. They're ready to turn this program around, and they really need to get that running game going.
Definitely, like you said, talking to the kids at a few of these preseason practices, they really seem to be buying into what Coach Woodruff is selling them. So I think, obviously, they're behind them. We'll just have to see what they do with the athletes they have. But this one, for myself, I think might go Cadillac just based on what they have coming back. But I think Big Rapids is a team that could surprise some people this year.
And I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna cautiously say Cadillac because I think this could really pump them up too. I think Big Rapids, they've been getting pumped up. They've already, some of the kids saying they feel like more of a team this season already.
Definitely.
Cadillac's got that 11-1 team coming back. I give it to Cadillac, but Big Rapids is going to make it a tough game.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you for once again joining us here for our Pioneer Sports Preview. Remember, you can log on to BigRapidsNews.com or pick up an edition of the Pioneer every day to check up on all the local prep sports coverage and coverage of Ferris State athletics.